Hello guys, today we're looking at something that people don't pay too much attention to, but pay a lot of money for. And it's a toothbrush. It's a smart toothbrush, and this one is by Oral-B. This is a 9600 version. And then we are looking not only at one of these, but we are looking at 2 and 3. So this is a top of the line model, the Genius X. This one is a top of the line model from the last year. And this one, the Oral-B IO Series 9, is the top of the line toothbrush from Oral-B this year. Yes, you're gonna say, wait a minute, this one was top of the line as well. Yes, so this one came out closer to the end of the year last year, so it's been top of the line toothbrush through the entire year this year, but then they came up with IO. And if you spend $300 on the Genius X, well, sorry guys, there's a new guy on the block. And if you stick around all the way until the end of the video, then I'll tell you how to win one of these brushes for yourself. This is a black version of the Oral-B IO Series 9 toothbrush. This is a top of the line brush and it comes in black color. Now let's see what's inside. And as usual, we will start from the less expensive model. Well, it used to be one of the most expensive models 2 years ago. This is a 9600 version, and there is also 9000 version, I think, in the market, and there is a 8000 version in the market as well. So personally, I have tried the 8000 version, which was again top of the line, I think like 3.5 years ago. I tried that one, and then somebody gifted me the 9600 version. And what I have to say about the 8000 and the 9600, the minor difference between two brushes was the battery life. That's it. So let's see what's coming inside of this box and what's on the box. It tells you about the heads here. It tells you about the app. Yeah, so 2 weeks of brushing with one full charge, that's true. Personalized experience was a daily clean, pro clean, sensitive, and etc. Smart coaching and all that stuff, right? So and then what comes inside of the box is they give you samples to test, to try. Unfortunately, they don't put the floss action ahead. I personally think that the floss action is one of the best heads that they make. Unfortunately, they don't put it in here. So what else you get here? You get the charger, which is easily unplugged from this charge base and plugged into the carrying case. And then from this carrying case, there's a USB port which you can use to charge any other devices. So let's say you are traveling, so you don't have to carry really a charging device, or if you forgot a charging device for your phone, then you can use the case and use the power from it. Then they give you one of these suction cups. You know what, I've never used it. It's designed to hold your phone in front of you, and while you're brushing, it would kind of recognize through the app whereabout you're brushing and tell you if you're finishing too fast or if you're staying there for too long. And obviously the brush itself. So brush comes in several color options. Mine is golden. Sorry that the box is a bit glossy, so that's why you see a lot of light reflection in it. I cannot do much about that, but that's what you see inside. So usually when you open it brand new, you would see part of the case there, or I think it's a case, yeah, part of the case there. And it's magnetic, so it's nice touch. It's magnetic, so it closes nicely. And you see, like, it's kind of giving a bit of resistance to open it. It gives it a premium touch. And what else? So then you open the box from the top, same as any other box, and that's how you pull it out. So inside you would have your case positioned in here, and you would have this thing somewhere inside there among the additional brushes and the charger being stuck somewhere here. And that's about it. That's all you have inside. So let's look at the case and if it's actually useful. Yes, it's useful. I've traveled with it a lot. It lets you keep your brush in place, and that's how it looks like, right? So there's also charging base, which I don't have it here. It's in the washroom. Yeah, so that's where the cable plugs in from the same base. and you can, charge it here, and you have a storage capacity for 2 extra brushes. So let's say you're using the same brush with your wife and you're traveling together, because now you can actually put your wife's and your personal head straight into the thing here, and you don't need to carry anything else. So it's all kind of, packed in here. And especially if you're traveling for a week, you just charge it once and don't worry about the charge at all. And even if the battery runs out in the last day, you can always use it as a normal brush. And then this thing, the suction cap, as I mentioned earlier, I never use it myself for the purpose it's made for. However, I found it like it's really neat to have it in your shower. So if you like to watch some YouTube videos while you're showering, well, this is actually a cool thing to have, because it's very strong. Like once it's on your tile, it just stays there. So yeah, that's how I use it personally myself. And I've used the app only in the beginning, but really, it takes time to open the app and to connect to it, and then disconnect and all that, because it's working through Bluetooth, right? So yeah, it didn't work for me. So to use the smart feature of the older model, you would have to have your cell phone app downloaded and linked to your phone through the Bluetooth with your toothbrush. See, it's now been linked. Then you press this button and then place the phone into the holder. After that, obviously put some toothpaste, and now you start brushing. If you finish early, it's going to tell you that you still have some time remaining. But if you press too hard, it's going to tell you here and on the brush. Okay, so it gave me some kind of medal here. It's asking if your gums are bleeding and etc. So no, in my case. And it also gives you a report of where you brushed your teeth and where you went too much, your overpressure stats and overall coverage. What you may notice is that it's telling me is that I brushed only 64% of my mouth there, right? But I actually went all the way around it. Strange is that it didn't capture the front teeth whatsoever. Even in some cases when I was brushing on this side, the one that it shows more kind of pale white there, it still was given credit towards the other ones, the ones that it's marking as completely white. And as a result, you have this unhappy face. This same functionality is available with the newer brush as well. But since you have the screen built in there, you actually have that same timer in place, and the brush itself actually senses the same things that you see on the monitor here through the brush without connecting the brush directly to the phone before you start brushing. So to aid your positioning, there is also a camera feature which is shown you, and that's how it works now. So the cell phone is actually looking through the camera lens, and now it knows better whereabout you are located. As you can see, it no longer has to rely only on the sensor of the toothbrush, but it also relies on the camera lens. And with this feature you get better results, but the entire setup that you have to go through is ridiculous. And the next version of the brush, Genius X or 10,000 model. So let me give you a box size for a comparison. First of all, they reduced the box size, right? So as you can see, the new box is roughly 25% smaller, and again, it's slightly glossy as well, not as glossy as the older box, but let's see what's inside of this box now and how they arranged it. You cannot open this box in any way, and inside you have the same set. So it's 3 types of brush heads inside as well on the newer model. Okay, and then what else they give you here? They give you a smart travel case, the charger, and that's it. So obviously, and the brush again comes in a number of colors. So the features here, I think they are the same. Correct me if I'm wrong, but again, it's dentist inspired. 2 minutes time coaching, gum pressure control. Gum pressure control is, by the way, a very cool thing. The brush lights up red when you press too hard. Then smart coaching, battery, 2 weeks brushing with 1 full charge, while the newer model tells you that it gives you more than 2 weeks battery life. And there are 6 cleaning modes, while on this one there are 6 cleaning modes as well. Let's open it. Okay, so now there is no flaps to open, you just open it straight away, and that's how it comes from the store. Same as before, the case, and I think it's identical case to the previous one. Yep, it's one-to-one identical. Yep, the same inside, completely identical case. So then the brush, let's look at the brush, if there is any difference whatsoever between the brush. So weight-wise, I cannot tell, you know, like just like that, but it feels like that the new brush is slightly, like just a notch heavier than the previous one. And that's why probably they claim that the battery life is longer. The grip is identical, it's like rubbery, very secure grip here with this rubber backing. Same charge base, and even the mechanism that they use to connect the heads together is identical, of course. That's how they sound. To switch the modes, you have to turn it on. Feather light mode. Diamond. That's how diamond sounds like. Definitely the older model is a little bit noisier than Genius X, but I would say it's not, that much louder. So another thing you'll notice here is that the battery on my brush is a little bit out already. And what I noticed as well, like as soon as it gets to the last square here of the battery, what happens is the power of the brushing kind of drops, and you can actually feel less pressure and less rotation from the brush itself when you're brushing it. So you'll learn how to distinguish when the battery is dropping. I would say that these two are identical, and definitely, don't spend too much money on the Genius X model, because again, when you can buy the 9000 model, it's identical toothbrush. Don't waste your money. There is no difference between two, except for the maybe couple of days extra of the battery life, which, not a big deal there. Okay, so let me put it back and see what else we have inside there. Okay, so you open it this way, and inside again the brushes. This one they actually did provide you with the floss action. So this is a brush where they have these plastic pieces sticking out from the brush itself. It's called the floss action, really cool brush. And in here I assume they have the charger and all that goodness inside. The cable is attached to the charger, so if something happens to the cable, again, you would have to replace the entire thing. I'm not sure how much they cost, we can check, but it shouldn't be too much of a deal. And inside there's a base. That's how the base looks like, right? So your brush goes straight on top and it starts charging. It's kind of a wireless charge there because there's no contacts for the battery to get connected to. So it works in a wireless method here. As the brush heads, this ring at the bottom, different people can use the same handle and use their own heads in here to brush their teeth. And they come in different colors for each brush you buy. You could simply just put it next to the brush and it would stand. What we want to see today is how effective this brush is and if it's any different from the previous model. Minute and 13 seconds, and it wasn't happy about the timing. So with the old brush here, it doesn't tell you for how long you actually brushed it, and that's the main downside of it being smart without actually being able to show you something without your cell phone. In terms of the cleanliness, the new brush here has a bit more kind of pressure and pulsating against your teeth, so that makes your teeth, I guess, cleaner. One comment about the brush heads though is that the brush head on the newer model is thicker down the base here. What that means is that you have to get used to this wider base entering your mouth when you're trying to reach for your back teeth, and you may end up spilling some of your saliva and toothpaste that was collected in the front part of your mouth. So if you're looking to save money I can tell you that this brush does as good job as the newer one, and the new brush has the same features as the older brother, plus this additional OLED screen in the center, which takes out the need to set up your cell phone and connect it every time you're brushing, because it has a timer here and it has a built-in sensors that can... So I own this brush for like just over a year, and I have to say is that this is the second time I have opened this app and actually used it. So the first time I used it when I just purchased the thing and I realized it's garbage, and the second time I'm showing it to you. And now let's talk about the elephant in the room. I hope you waited till the end of the video, not because you wanted to hear about it, but because you enjoyed it. But in any case, so the elephant is the IO9 series toothbrush. Yes, exactly the same one we looked at today. This is a black version of it. Really cool, really neat brush. And it could be yours. It's an expensive present, and that's why we are setting a time limit on it. So we would have to get 5,000 subscribers by December 15th. Why December 15th? Because I want you guys to have it for Christmas, and I'll ship it worldwide. So by December 15th, I'm expecting to have 5,000 subscribers. And the rules to participate are subscribe, hit like, comment below why you would like to have this brush, which brush you think is a better one to buy if you're buying it yourself. And of course, share it, because we need to get 5,000 subscribers. And just think about it, on your Facebook alone, you have approximately 500 friends. Even if 10% of them subscribe, that's already 50 people, right? So, and if enough people share and follow the rules, then by Christmas, one of you will be having a beautiful smile. Please follow the rules and smile a lot with or without Oral-B. Good luck.